Can I ask you something honestly? Think back over the work you did today. The ordinary things, the emails, the meetings, the driving, the caring for people, the tasks nobody will ever thank you for. Now ask yourself, who are you actually doing it for? Not the tidy answer, the real one. Because I think most of us carry an invisible audience around with us all day long. A boss whose approval we're quietly chasing, a parent's voice we're somehow still trying to satisfy all these years later. A version of ourselves we're terrified of disappointing. And so we perform. We perform for people who, half the time, aren't even watching. And it's exhausting, not because the work itself is too heavy, but because we're carrying the weight of being judged on top of the weight of the work. Paul writes to a church full of ordinary working people, many of them servants, doing repetitive, unseen, unglamorous work. And he says something quietly revolutionary to them. In the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 23, Paul writes, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." Not for human masters. Notice, he doesn't tell them to try harder. He doesn't pile on the pressure. He shifts something underneath the work. He changes who they are working for. Same hands, same task, a different face in front of them. And I wonder if that's the invitation for us too today. Because when your audience is people, you're never quite free, are you? Their moods become your weather. Their approval becomes the air you breathe. You shrink a little or puff up a little, depending on who's walking into the room. But when the one you're working for is Christ, who is present, patient, and full of grace, something in you can finally breathe out. He already knows your worst day, and he hasn't walked away. That kind of steady presence does something to a person. It takes the frantic edge off. You're not auditioning anymore. You're not trying to earn a place that's already yours. You get to work from love instead of always working for it. That's freer than many people would like to admit. A quieter life. So let me leave you here. Just sit with this for a moment. Whose face do you picture when you imagine someone being truly pleased with your work? And be honest, what might begin to change in you if that face is Jesus? Here's a small practice to carry into your week. Just before your next hard thing, the difficult conversation, the long shift, the pile of admin, the sink full of dishes, stop for 5 seconds and breathe and say quietly only to him, "This one is for you." That's all. 4 words. This one is for you. And then notice what shifts.